What up, YouTube? Today's video, I want to talk about Operation Stop the Starseeds Part 2. Now, I did a video called Operation Stop the Starseeds, Part 1, just like about 3 months ago, 2 months ago, something like that. Now, I just want to go a little bit in depth with this because, this is the type of stuff that's really going on. A lot of people can't see through an illusion, so they just think it's normal, right? Like with all this homosexuality and all this bullshit, that's not normal. You know what I'm saying? That's called abnormal sex. It's not regular. You see what I'm saying? That's irregular. You know what I'm saying? It's irregular sex. It's weird. It's abnormal. Like, you know what I'm saying? The shit just doesn't make sense. Like, for example, a man and a woman. That's normal sex. That's regular sex. That's how it's supposed to be. Because when you have a man and a woman, that is that triangle. Well, that is part of that triangle, because when you bring that man together with that woman, you bring 2 points together, right? And then when they come together and have a child, that's that full trinity, the triangle. You see what I'm saying? Mother, father, child. You see what I'm saying? That's that full trinity, family. You see what I'm saying? But then when you do this irregular sex, man and man and woman, you know what I'm saying? That's stopping off the generations. That's why it's called Operation Stop the Starseeds. They want you to do that gay shit. You know what I'm saying? Because they want to stop the generations. They stopping the generations with homosexuality. If everybody, not everybody, but you get what I'm saying? But if people dating the same sex, how can any life be created? You see what I'm saying? So that's one way they stopping off the generations. Two, they killing off the generations by all this gun violence, you know what I'm saying, murder, killing, all this type of shit, abortions, what else they doing? You know what I'm saying? That's just pretty much it. Just, the homosexuality, the violence, the abortions, you know what I'm saying? Things like that. They just doing this type of stuff. Oh yeah, the GMO foods, messing with men and women, messing with the man sperm cells, just like with Mountain Dew. Mountain Dew decreases the sperm count in men. And GMO foods, it messes you up in general, but GMO foods messes with women differently because it messes with their reproductive organs. That's why when women eat so much, GMO, and when they give birth, the birth doesn't go the way it's supposed to, because all that GMO in your body, they mess with your reproductive organs. That's where all these birth defects come from. Don't get me wrong, I know somebody gonna say birth defects come from smoking and drinking while you're pregnant, and yes, that's true too as well. You know what I'm saying? That's another way. All this alcohol, all the smoking and all that type of shit, they doing all this to kill us. You know what I'm saying? Because they know, that's why all this stuff came out, in the 90s, like the cartoons, the video games, and the satellite TV, and all this type of stuff, right? And don't get me wrong, this stuff been out. That's what people don't understand. This stuff been out. Like, they been had Nintendo 64, Gamecast, wait, is it called Gamecast? Dreamcast, some shit like that. Nintendo, the GameCube, all this type of stuff. But when the 90s hit, that's when that shit got more and more popular, because they knew that the special beings were coming back. Real talk. And it's 90s babies, 2000 babies, you know what I'm saying? Very special. Some people in the 80s are special as well, but it's more focused on the 90s because we are the different ones. We are the Starseeds, you know what I'm saying? If you was born in the 80s, you're an indigo. If you was born in the 70s, you something. I forget what the generation called. Generation X or something? No, I don't think it's Generation X. It's Generation some name, I forgot. But, it's just a mixture of different beings in every generation. Like, you could be born in the 90s and still could be an indigo. You see what I'm saying? Because you may just be pulled. Your soul was probably called to come in this generation to awaken people. You see what I'm saying? You could be a 2000 babies. It could be some diamond children. Because 2000 babies are diamond children. They could be born in the 90s. You know what I'm saying? Just advanced beings that's just called back on this planet to wake people up. And they know this. So they doing whatever they can to stop us. Why you thinking cartoons now, they keep showing all this gay shit? Now, if you're a homosexual, I have nothing against you. I just don't support it because that's not how life's supposed to be. You can do whatever you want to do, but I don't fuck with that shit. You see what I'm saying? But hey, I'm not judging nobody. I'm just saying I don't support it. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got nothing against you. I just don't support it. You know what I'm saying? But that's the thing. They showing all this homosexuality in the children cartoons, in the adult cartoons, in movies, children movies. Everywhere you look, magazines. Everywhere you look, there's some freaky weird shit going on. You see what I'm saying? It's because they want to get that in your subconscious mind so you can think it's okay. It's called being desensitized. When somebody desensitizes you to something, once they, like, for example, right? When somebody desensitize you to something, they doing it to make it seem okay when you actually see it in reality, right? Let me break this down. So how they desensitize people to homosexuality. You got a lot of people who don't know who they are. Lost souls, that's what I call them, lost souls. The people who are lost souls, they don't stand for anything. So what that mean? They gonna fall for everything. They gonna fall for anything because they don't stand for nothing. You see what I'm saying? So when they see all this homosexuality and stuff, and they see their friend doing that gay weird shit, they gonna be thinking, hey, maybe I'm supposed to be like that. You know what I'm saying? That's how they thinking. But like I said, they don't stand for nothing, so they gonna fall for everything. So they see it in the movies, they see it in the cartoons, they see it in the magazines and shit. And they like, I keep seeing this everywhere. Maybe this meant for me. You know what I'm saying? That's what they thinking, right? So they being desensitized subconsciously. So when they see that in person, they see some weird, freaky shit going on in person, they gonna think it's okay because they've been desensitized to that. They've been seeing that the whole week. They just been seeing freaky, weird shit. Then when they finally see it in person, they're like, shit, ain't nothing wrong with that. That's cool. That's because they've been desensitized. Just like with all the violence to the killing. You know what I'm saying? They desensitized us in Chicago. They desensitized us, you know what I'm saying? And not just in Chicago, in all other states as well. But they really desensitized us in Chicago because it's like how Chicago is with all the killing and the murder. Don't get me wrong. That's not even normal. That's not normal at all. But they desensitized us because we keep seeing this shit every day. You know what I'm saying? Growing up as kids, teenagers, young adults, you know what I'm saying? Some people, adults, grandparents, you know, elders, all this type of stuff. You see this stuff, you start thinking it's normal. Like, man, just somebody else killed on the block. You know what I'm saying? But that's not normal. You see what I'm saying? And that's how they desensitize you. They show you in movies and video games and blow a nigga head off in Grand Theft Auto. And then when you start happening in real life, because people got desensitized to that, they like, damn, this is so real. I want to do it in real life. Boom. And they see it in real life. They like, man, that shit normal. But it ain't. Because people don't even know. It's the CIA doing all that in Chicago, dressing up like gang members, True Religion, Balmains, dreads, tattoos on their face and shit, go around killing people just to blame it on the gangs to make it seem like they bad people. But really, it's the police and the government trying to get an agenda. They're trying to just get an agenda set in motion so they can stop that shit. Martial law, man. Come on, it's order out of chaos, man. I could break this shit down all day. You see what I'm saying? So it's like all this shit, it all ties back to something. You see what I'm saying? It's like with the Purge movies. They gonna want people to purge, to kill off the Starseeds. You know what I'm saying? Because they know, they're like, we cannot let these people find out who they are. Because the day you find out who you is, and the day you find out your true colors and what you're supposed to do on this planet, that's when you gonna change this world. That's why they scared of people like me. Real talk, they don't want you to find out who you are. Because then you be telling them what the fuck to do. Because they don't even know who they are. So you got a lot of people, I'm finna break this down. Real talk, cause a lot of people scared to say this type of stuff. I'm gonna break this down. A lot of people out here, man, real talk, a lot of people, men and women, I'm exposing these bastards. They be out here sucking dick and fucking people just to get jobs in certain places, right? I call it the mansion party. You see what I'm saying? Or mansion parties. That's what a lot of these celebrities do. A lot of people, and ain't just celebrities though, it's a lot of people who want to get that promotion or who want to just skip past the basics and get to the advanced level. They do that. They fuck their boss. They suck a million dicks just to get to where they want to be. If they qualify for that job, no. They just did some ritualistic, evil shit to get there, right? I'm saying, i.e. secret societies, real shit. Y'all better wake the damn up. This shit real. A lot of people don't want to believe that. A lot of people, this guy's crazy. Not really. Not really. You know what I'm saying? Not really. And the thing about it is just like people don't want to believe it, but it's true. And I'm not, when I say, when I'm speaking on these matching parties and all this ritualistic shit, I know this because I know people, I'm related to people that do this shit. So it ain't like motherfuckers just, I think this is what's happening, and no, I see it all the time because like I said, I know people and I'm related to people that do this secret society shit. So they think they slick, but I know what the fuck they doing. You see what I'm saying? Real talk. They sell their soul, meaning they can either stand on the altar with a satanic Bible, you know what I'm saying, say some satanic shit, you know what I'm saying, and get a soul to Satan, you know what I'm saying, pledge forces with Satan, you know what I'm saying, or they could, when they other people say sell their soul, it's like three ways you can sell your soul. It's a million ways you can sell your soul, but like the main three for like to get on that higher echelon type shit. It's like you can prick your finger, drop your blood, you know what I'm saying, say some satanic shit with the satanic Bible on a satanic altar, right? Or you could be a person that say, I don't do that type of shit. I don't fuck with that. And what's that word? Like, not mistaken, but you disregard all your religious values just to get that job or just to become famous. So basically meaning you could be a Christian, quote unquote, just using that for example, and then somebody give you the opportunity, now you sucking everybody's dick just to be famous. So you don't give a fuck about that shit no more. That's how you sell your soul. You say, fuck all that religious shit, I'm gonna do this. That's how you sell your soul. You doing shit that you don't even wanna do just to get somewhere. It's basically called taking oaths. And Orlando Brown, everybody think this man on crack, and he probably is. He got money. He probably is doing crack. Shit, with the shit he didn't say, I'm pretty sure he need to, sniff something and shit. I don't know. Like I said, I'm not promoting that and saying that's okay. I'm just saying, everybody say this dude crazy. He's not crazy. He explodes black for exploiting young black males. You know what I'm saying? Putting their interviews up and getting millions of views and not giving them money, giving them no money for it, using their name and their image just to make money and not even giving them a cut of that. The secret society, he even said that nigga in a secret society. And the shit exists. It's all around you. Of course, you're not gonna know because what Professor Griff say? They speaking in symbols. You have to be symbol literate. Symbol literate. Meaning you have to be able to speak through symbols to know what they talking to. So when you see somebody talking, they doing all this and all that bullshit, all that, they speaking through symbols. They speaking in a language that's past your conscious level. So they speaking right over your head and you don't even know. They doing all this and all that shit and sitting certain ways, and they basically said, meet me at the mansion party tonight. We gonna fuck the shit out you for that job. You feel me? Like, I'm just telling you how it go. You're not symbol literate. You don't know what symbols mean, the signs, and niggas sitting like this and niggas holding their hands like this and all this type of shit. So they speaking right past you. See, I'm symbol literate. I know what the fuck going on. I know. You know what I'm saying? And I can create my own organizations if I want to because I just have that leadership ability like that. You know what I'm saying? That boss mentality where I can do this. Create my own signs and symbols. But there ain't no secret society shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. But you got this shit all around you. A lot of people just think, man, they talking about something. Nah, man, they speaking right past your conscious level. So just know, they're doing all this shit to stop the Starseeds, man. They're doing everything they can in their power so you won't figure out who you is. And some people that do figure out who they is, guess what they do? They force them to sell their soul. Fucked up, right?